Welcome to the Wellbeing at Work podcast, where we help you optimize all aspects of well-being in the workplace. Welcome back to another episode of the Wellbeing at Work podcast. Today, you're joined with your host, me, Dr. Cody Crockett, my partner, LV Thompson Jr., and my partner, Matthew Coman. In today's episode, we're going to talk about healthy snacks that increase productivity. LV, what's your favorite snack for improving productivity?
Man, if you know me, you know I love me some food. And within the food bucket, you know we got snacks in there. And it's interesting. I know all of us have talked about this before because, you know, we're so passionate about eating high quality food. And just to give a little more context before I go into like what my ideal snack is, I got to let you know, one, just how far we've come in these last 10 years in terms of being able to have a variety of great quality snacks out there. Because I'll tell you this, like 5-6 years ago, I wouldn't really snack like that because there weren't that many good options. All I could find were Cliff Bars or what's that cookie? The cookie that's supposed to be healthy.
Lenny, you know what I'm talking
Larry's.
About? Yeah.
Larry's, my dog, Larry and whoever the other person is. Yeah. So like the cookies, things like
Cerebral.
that. And, like, and here's the thing, like we all know about green labeling and greenwashing and essentially putting these marketing tactics together that show that something is quote unquote healthy. But in reality, there's so many snacks out there that are actually diminishing people's performance day to day in the workplace. And tell me if this sounds like you, whether you're a leader, whether you're an employee of your company. Tell me if this story sounds familiar. You've been working 3 hours straight. You already passed lunch, but it's like that 4 o'clock time where like you still got a couple of hours, but like it's too early for dinner, but you need something to eat. What do you turn to? Usually some crappy snack. And the problem is when you turn to this type of snack that's loaded with processed sugar, processed flour, refined vegetable oils, like just all of this trash, it actually hurts your productivity. It makes you tired. It makes you irritable. It might give you a quick little pick-me-up, but then you crash because that's what sugar does typically. And what I found with the clients that I've worked with, and I know Cody and Matt, you sharing this, when people are eating the right snacks in between meals, they end up being able to work at such a higher level. And I'll tell you, one of my favorite snacks, to finally get to your question, Cody, one of my favorite snacks for myself and for my clients, everyone that I work with, cashews. I'm a huge cashew fan. You got protein, you got good fats, and it's also one of those foods where you can't just overeat them. Like, I don't know about you, but I can eat, you know, a good couple of handful at the most of some cashews, and then I'm full for hours. So I think that is a great snack that a person could have in their life. And you want to make sure that these cashews are just cashews, right? They don't have a bunch of other stuff added to them. They're not, you know, salted with a wax salt. They're not made with any other vegetable oil or something put onto them. They're just nice, raw, organic cashews. That's my go-to. Matt, I know you're a snack guy. We've shared many a snacks together many a times. Just like we're young elementary school students just opening up the lunchbox and just saying, oh, what do you got? I know you got a powerful pantry, but I want to know, what is your favorite snack for productivity? Let the people know, Matt.
I'm going to let the people know. But first, I'm going to go on my own little tangent because I'm going to help hammer in some of those points that you just made, Alvi. Because this is important. We're on the Wellbeing at Work podcast here. And, you know, we could give you guys plenty of examples, in which we will, that we love because of reasons Alvi said in terms of no terrible ingredients that are going to diminish your productivity. I think it's important for a leader or for an employee to understand that switching up the snack game, there may be some limiting beliefs or some factors that get in the way of that. And that's okay, because all three of us on this podcast, we've gone through our own health journeys. And what I'll say to you is these are words of encouragement where you get to understand how you feel after. Whatever the story might be, I don't want to pay more for the organic, whatever, or for, the quality. But what you really get to dive into is how much better you're really going to feel after eating things with quality ingredients. So it could be a long journey, and that's okay. We're here to help you get started. And one of my favorite, the thing that rises to the top of my list that I always have with me, is a product from a company called Thunderbird. And they have many flavors of bars, many flavors. And what I think is crucial to understand about a Thunderbird snack bar is that they have 4 or 5 ingredients. And those ingredients come from the earth. There's no processed sugars. There's no added sugars. There's no oils of any sort except for coconut oil, which is something that you want to / need to be consuming. It's all pure, great ingredients. So for me, being a high performer myself, being a leader of teams, I use Thunderbird snack bars every day to fill in that, afternoon kind of, okay, what can I use to get my energy back to where I need it to be? Thunderbird fills that gap. So
I like that. I like that. And we don't have any affiliation with Thunderbird, so that's all right. Just to let y'all know.
Exactly. So Cody, Dr. Crockett, I'll pass the torch over to you, brother. And I'd love to hear, I think the audience would also love to hear your favorite snack and anything else that you care to share that'll add some value to how we can be more productive eating healthy snacks.
What type of snacks are filling up that shirt? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, well, it's a powerful pantry. As you said, we got a powerful pantry over here at Dr. Crockett's household. And it's, it might shock you to hear what I'm about to tell you and what I do for my snacks. I'm a little unconventional. And for me, I just look at food as for function, for nutrition. What is it that I can eat that's going to help me to improve my productivity, to fill me up so I can keep moving? I've done a lot of work to detach my emotions from my eating, and this has helped me to select healthier foods. And so one of my favorite snacks is ground beef and ketchup.
Oh.
And I say this because it's packed full of protein. It's really simple. It's almost like making chili. When I can have ground beef with ketchup, it doesn't take any extra time. All I need to do is have this ground beef cooked up ahead of time. I can put some ketchup. If I'm feeling spicy, and if I'm feeling like going out on a limb, I might put a smiley face of mustard on it. But for me, I keep it really simple. Now, granted, this is if I'm at home. This is if I'm at the office and I'm taking food with me. Now, if I'm on the run, or if, say, I'm looking for a snack and I'm being more active, I may go for something that's more of a quality beef jerky. And with quality, that means we're looking at beef jerky that is grass-fed. It's not pumped full of hormones. We're looking at quality meats. So whether you're taking beef jerky on the go, whether you're eating ground beef at home, choosing quality sources of food is going to be number one. If I'm feeling like I want to take it a step further and add some fats into my beef jerky, I may take it and superset it with some almond butter. So I'll take some almond butter, quality almond butter.
What a savage.
He's going crazy.
And this is a great way that we can get quality fats. We're getting quality proteins and a little bit of carbs, the right kind of carbs, and stack that together. And I tell you what, if you've never done it before, supersetting the beef jerky with the almond butter, you're in for a treat.
Dr. Crockett, remind the audience where you even live at.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is a reminder that I live in Alaska. So I'm a little unconventional. I'm a little different. And, this is just what I do. We're talking about what I do to improve productivity, the types of snacks I select. And like I said, I've done work to remove the emotion. I don't eat for pleasure. Sure, there's going to be times that I do, but as a whole, I'm eating for function. I like to perform at a high level. I like to fill up the muscles with quality sources of ingredients that are going to make me look good, feel good, and be able to perform well. So
I like that. I like that.
That's my tips on snacks.
To jump in there real quick, I want the audience to know, everyone listening, that Dr. Crockett is from the Midwest. And I must say, ground beef and ketchup has to be a Midwestern meal. Or not even a meal, but a snack, right? So I love that. I love to hear about that. And just as a reminder, if you're going to use ketchup, ideally, you want it to be organic. You don't want the high fructose corn syrup in there. And you'll find that in your regular brands. So make sure you find one that doesn't have that. It's simply, tomato puree, cumin, salt, pepper, and whatever else is in ketchup outside of high fructose corn syrup. And just like Dr. Crockett said, if you're eating, just a pound of ground beef for a snack because you're a beast like Dr. Crockett, make sure that beef is grass-fed. Super, super, super important. And one last thing I want to say about snacks. There are such thing as whack snacks. And a whack snack, what you know about them bars, a whack snack is something that's going to decrease your energy, decrease your performance, and understand most workplaces are filled with whack snacks.
Whack snack galore.
Whack snacks galore. Granola bars,
You're so
pretzels.
Right.
It's just all of these things that are going to have you feel happy in a moment. Like to Cody's point, it's going to give you some physical stimulation. It's going to make you happy, excited, but it's only for a second. And then you're going to feel really bad after. You're going to crash. You're going to be tired. You're going to be irritable. You're going to now need coffee to pick you back up. And at the end of the day, the biggest thing is focusing on quality. Get rid of the whack snacks. If you are listening to this and you provide your company with snacks, please, please, please make sure they are not whack snacks.
Ooh.
Find the quality. Get the jerky in there that's grass-fed. Get the almond butter that's organic. Get the ground beef and ketchup if you're like Cody, right? Get the cashews in there. Get some carrots, some organic vegetables, whatever it is. Just make sure it's something that's going to bring your energy up. And I'm complete.
Look out for those whack snacks too, because the thing about the whack snacks is they have the best labels. They have the best marketing where it's going to look the prettiest. It's going to fool you. It's going to trick you into buying that whack snack because with the fancy, colorful marketing, and like Elvie said, it's going to make you feel good for just that short moment where you get that spike of sugar, that spike of those ingredients. But again, it's just a whack snack. Don't let it fool you. Don't be tricked by those labels. And like Elvie said, choose quality foods, beverages, and snacks. We make these good quality choices. It'll completely transform your life and your workplace.
Absolutely. Maddie, I know you're dying to say something since we brought whack snacks to the table.
Can you feel it?
All the way from over here.
Wow. Yeah, I will end all of you listeners with an invitation to consider. And I understand that, it may be a harsh reality to think about the fact that, you maybe provide, maybe you eat only whack snacks.
Ooh.
And that's a tough, kind of crossroads to be at. And we all understand that. And we're speaking to everybody. We understand that it's difficult to make the change from things that you've done forever. If you've eaten those Lays and drank that Coke at 2:00 for years, it's going to be challenging to make that change. But we're here to remind you that it's possible. And my invitation is for you to at least consider evaluating how making healthy choices in your snacks improves how you feel. Consider that. And that's my invitation for you all, because we like to laugh about whack snacks and we have put the work in over time. It's taken all of us, in our own ability to practice a new skill of eating healthy things it hasn't always been like this for all of us. So we
Right.
can relate to all of you as listeners. And that's what I'd like to, really end you guys off with, is that consideration.
Hey, appreciate that. We had a lot of fun on this episode talking about something that's so near and dear to our hearts: snacks, quality food, beverages, and snacks. And understand, just like Matt said, take it one day at a time. Find something that you like, see how it makes you feel. And if it makes you feel better, continue to do it and see what shows up for you. And I think what's so important to understand is that quality matters. And just because something's quality doesn't mean it's going to taste bad. It's probably going to taste really good if you find the right things. And what we'll do, we'll link in the show notes a couple of different snacks that we really enjoy with the brands, so that you can go out, try those things yourself and see how you feel, because it's not enough to just take our word for it. You got to go do it yourself. So we appreciate you tapping in. Had a great time talking about snacks and wax snacks. And we hope that you take this information, apply it, and we'll see you at the next episode. Peace.
If you found this podcast valuable, we invite you to check out our free checklist, the 5 action items to optimize your workplace today. You can grab yours over at www.optiwellbeing.com. That's OPTI wellbeing.com. Get yours now, and we'll see you there.